Now, mop-up operations are underway in Cape Town following heavy rains and flooding. Cape Town Mayor Jordan Hill-Lewis is visiting affected communities today. Let's go live now to our reporter who's been on the ground for some time today, Aisha Ismail. Aisha, good afternoon. I understand you spoke to the mayor a little bit earlier, and they are busy with those mop-up operations in Cape Town following this week's heavy rains. What are they seeing on the ground? What is the status quo?
So, Dan, areas across the city of Cape Town have been affected by flooding, and what we do know is that informal settlements have been hardest hit. Now, as you say, the mayor of Cape Town visited some of the areas, including Langa, earlier today, where he inspected the flooding, and he spoke to some residents. Lots of residents were not happy about the situation, but let's listen to what the mayor had to say about what they're doing to alleviate the problem.
Every man and woman that we can deploy to the ground, to the communities, out in teams, trying to clean up this water, pump it out, clear out drains to let it flow away normally. You can hear the pump in the background working overtime. We've got 2 right here in this community and 110 teams out in the city at the moment right now. And they will keep working day and night around the clock until we get this water to subside and to move it away. Until then, there are many thousands of residents living with water in their homes and in really tough, unpleasant conditions. And we just thank them for their patience and assure them that we have got every person working on this that we can.
Well, for now, it seems like it's dry. Cape Town is dry, it's not raining, but the aftermath is there, the impact of the flood is there. I understand you are now on Spine Road, where you are standing. I can see there's a gaping hole on that road.
That is correct, Dan. And as you can see, the road has collapsed. It happened this morning. And so Spine Road had to be closed. It's quite a busy road, and it's situated in between the N2 and Old Fora. So you can imagine the congestion that it caused during peak hour this morning. But I'm now joined by a Fora resident. Grant, you were telling me that this is quite a busy road, and this is not the first time that it has collapsed.
No, it's not the first time. In fact, this is the 5th time happening. And tonight I must still come fetch my wife on top. And I don't know how am I going to get to her, and I don't know how we're going to come over. And it's the 5th time happening. Each time there's heavy rain, then the water comes here, then it overflows onto the other side, and then the road automatically falls under the heavy. It's just a lot of water, and then this time has been the far worst. It's the worst happening since I saw this ever happening. This is far worse, and I think this road needs to be lifted, and here needs to come embankments here. To stop the overflowing of the water, because it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. So, Grant, while you stand here and figure out how you're going to get your wife to come across here, Dan, I just want to also show you there are a few workers they've just managed to make a plan to get over, and as you can see, they're busy sliding across that I'm not even sure how to describe it, the barrier which is kind of in between the broken part of the road. And we actually saw some school children earlier successfully getting across, but as you can see, it is quite dangerous to do that.
The situation not looking good. That road must be one of several that have been affected in one way or another. Besides what the mayor had to tell you earlier, as you were driving around, are you seeing a lot of work on the ground currently to try and assist people who are affected, relief-wise and otherwise?
Well, Dan, I must say we have been seeing City of Cape Town workers draining the water, sweeping the water out of the roads. But also remember, one of the biggest problems, one of the issues causing drain blockages, as we heard from the City of Cape Town earlier, they're complaining about people doing illegal dumping. And they saying that when they open up these drains to clear the drains, they often find that people dump anything from sheep carcasses to televisions to crockery and cutlery, baby diapers, just about anything gets dumped into these drains. And they're saying that this is the main cause of the drain blockages, and of course it then results into flooding.
Okay, thank you very much for the latest there on the ground on Spine Road, the part of Cape Town affected by the recent flooding, that road caving in a little bit earlier today. That's Aisha Ismail, our reporter in Cape Town.